What's going on, my nail friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Rosie. You've reached Mary Rosie Dips, and in today's video we're going to be finishing off the other hand of this gorgeous press-on set from my nail shop, Mary Rosie Dips. And here, this is actually a video that I downloaded after I did a live on my Instagram just a little while ago. So we're just going to be duplicating the other hand, and I am using the Painted Desert short almond quick gel tips, and this set is a standard size large. So the biggest nail, which is a thumb, is going to be a size 0. Next one is 4, 3, 5, 7. 0, 4, 3, 5, 7 is a standard size large. And if you know your nail sizes and you know these are your sizes, then it is very easy to place an order. If you don't know your sizes, it's also really easy to just purchase a sizing kit. I do have them available in my shop. If you purchase your sizing kit, it allows you to pick the shape and the length, and then that way you know exactly what length you want and which sizes specifically fit your nails. So again, these are the Painted Desert short almond quick gel tips, and let's get to finishing off the other hand. So I did the first part last night, and I'm just finishing this off today because I went to bed because I was super tired. So I buff all of my tips, then I'm just doing a quick wipe off with isopropyl alcohol, and then I realized I forgot to file off that teeny tiny little tip on the end of all of the nails. I really still haven't figured out why these little tips come on there. It's not like I'm taking them off of like a strip. There are some teeny tiny I suppose childlike size ones that I do for one of my nieces, and I do take them off this little strip. These just come in the box. I don't know why these little things are on there, but okay, gotta take them off because they look ugly, they look unprofessional, and it messes up the tip of your nails. So we'll file those off, clean them off again with alcohol. Someone in my live asked to see the rest of my nails. This is a tonal set from Secret Sisters dip powder, small business that I represent, and I did this for what I attempted to do a live TikTok mani, and it kept kicking me off of my live on TikTok, so I just kept doing the mani and left that all out of the picture. So you won't see that as a live because nothing recorded. It just kept kicking me off. So either way, let's get back to the nails. So I buff them all. I wipe with alcohol. I am using iGel Beauty's gel base coat on here, and I don't always use this brand as my base coat. I kind of go back and forth between multiple brands. As long as I have a base coat and I buffed, we're good to go. I think I either sped it up. Oh no, that's not, I'm sorry, that was not my gel top coat. That was the primer that I use. So I put the primer on, and now I'm doing my iGel Beauty gel base coat, and then I'll cure for 30 seconds, and then we will pull out the tips and get on with the design. So let's talk about what we're going to do. So again, this is the other hand of the set that I did last night, and we're going to be doing some foils that I believe I got from SHEIN, however you say it. And then I just cut some pieces off for a couple of the nails and specifically and strategically placed them at the top of the nails. And then this is the little box that it came in, and this is the one that I am using. It comes with so much. This is gonna last me for forever, and I have tons of these. They're super cheap. And again, I got it off SHEIN. And then the color from West Coast Tips for that darker gel is Syrah, Syrah. And then from Beetles, we're using A364, and that's that neutral color. And then the little liner painting gel that we're using is Rose Pink from Nailzkatkat. And I just lined the flowers on the outside and a couple of lines on the inside, and then made that straight little line. And then we just finish off in gel top coat, gel base coat, and we'll be done. So here you'll see how pigmented that color Syrah is. Syrah is like a mauve, rose, dark pink color. It's not bright at all. It's very, very muted and extremely pigmented. You really could get away with one beautiful coat of this color. I like to do two just because of the strength, but many times I do manicures and just need one layer. So pigmented West Coast Tips, they are based in Canada. It is one of the brands that I represent as a nail ambassador. So my discount code for them is Mary10. And I will make sure to put that down in the description along with their website. So one layer on each of those nails, and then we'll go in with that nude Beetles gel polish color, and it is also pigmented, just not as pigmented. I find that the Beetles ones, I will typically need 2 layers on most of them. Sometimes the color that I'm using, I'll need 3 layers, and if I have to go in with 3 layers, then I typically won't reach for those colors, or I'll just get rid of them in general. I don't like doing 3 layers of anything in particular as far as color, not in dip, not in gel polish. I just don't like all that extra thickness on my nails or my press-ons that I create for my shop. So again, if I gotta go in with more than 2 layers, it's not gonna happen. So this one, we get excellent coverage in 2 layers, so we're good to go. And it's a beautiful neutral color that I thought went really well with these flowers and with that color from West Coast Tips named Syrah. There is a neutral collection from West Coast Tips that has some browns and a color that I use very frequently. One of the, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Latte, maybe? It's the lightest one in that neutral collection of gel polishes. It just has more of a brown base to it instead of a pink base, and I wanted this type of neutral to just pull a little bit more from that pink gel polish color. So that's why I went with this one instead of that neutral one from West Coast Tips. But I do use that one very frequently. I'm actually probably going to be placing an order for another one of that neutral color specifically, because it is one that I frequent with my nail press-ons that I make. So again, here we go with the second layer. Nice pigmented, nice even application, and I'll do both of the dark nails, both of the light nails. Again, we'll put it to cure, and then we will get to working on that lining of that middle nail. And here I'm just going to be cutting a smaller piece from the foil paper. It is easier to work with smaller pieces versus trying to handle that big roll. It just goes everywhere and it sticks everywhere. And I am going to be putting the foil gel on multiple nails at a time. So it's definitely going to be easier to work with a small piece of foil. So I will be using D. Lauren nails to put as far as the actual foil gel. That's the brand. I'll show the bottle here. Somehow I managed to zoom through it real quick because I sped this video up so that it wouldn't be an hour like it was on my live. So I cut it down to 35 minutes, but I'll show you guys the foil here in a little bit. And then you'll see how, or the foil gel, and then you'll see how amazingly easy it makes the use of foils on a nail. Anyway, so I did put partial gel on this nail. I didn't specifically attempt to make the straightest line in the world. If you want to, you can do that with a liner brush. I don't feel like I need to because I'm going to be covering that up with the actual Nailzkatkat glitter painting gel. So the line is straight, not perfect, but it's straight. And I did a quick flash cure of that first color just so that it wouldn't blend in with this one. And then I am gonna be doing a full cure of this nail now that each one is on each side. So here's the full cure, and I cure that for 30 seconds, and then we'll come back and do the exact same thing. I'll do one side, I'll flash cure, do the other side, full cure, and then we'll go in with that foil gel. So again, the foil gel is from Delora Nails, and I'll make sure to tag it below. And I'm just going to be adding some foil gel to the top of this one nail right here. That way, no matter what, I'm only going to get coverage on that part because I'm going to cut off a piece of those foils. So I saw, I don't know from who, there's lots of people that I follow for inspiration on TikTok, and one of them cut out the pieces of foil, which I thought was a great idea. Instead of trying to handle the square and getting it all over the place, or handle the piece of foil and getting it stuck all over the place. It does also give you better handling on being able to do more than one foil nail at a time. I've done multiple foil nails in the past, and either it's the foil gel not working or just me handling it with a big piece and it just wasn't working. So this one I have found very easy to work with. I just cure it for 60 seconds, then I let it sit for a little bit while I cut the piece, and then you'll see how easy it is. So I'm putting these to cure, and then I am going to do the foil gel just on this one side of the neutral nail. Someone asked me what kind of tips I use, and there I pulled out the Painted Desert short almond box to show. Again, I'm just putting it on this one side, nice even layer, trying to stay in the line, because what'll happen is we're gonna go right up against that edge there to be able to get our foil right up against the line to match exactly what I did yesterday. So the other nails cured for 60 seconds, and then I will pop this one in for the same. So this is the flower that matches the other nail that I did yesterday, and I'm just going to go in and cut that piece off specifically, and then we will attempt to hand place it exactly where we want it. This is the transfer foil gel that I use. Again, D. Co. Excellent quality. She's done her research. Again, it's a small business, very nice, communicative. She's got a website, an Instagram, and a TikTok. I will tag it all on here when I am uploading this video. It'll be down below. So all you got to do is the foil gels. I find it easier to just press it with my nails versus the, like one of those soft tip things. Ta-da! Look how easy that was. And all I did was cure that for 60 seconds, and we're just moving on to the next one. And the next one is going to be the full nail, which is typical of what I do, is a full nail. And then when I saw that the one person that I follow had just cut out the one piece, I was like, well, that makes it easy. And so I did the same, and boom, just like that. It was extremely easy. So this one, I'm actually going to move on to the pinky and just do that part first so that I make sure I don't lose that one flower, because I'm just trying to get it to match. And we know these foils are printed kind of like in a row, so it's just repetitive. And I just cut out the one piece, and I wanted to make sure that we had the same repetition from left hand to right hand. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to place it the same, press it on down, push in all the little pieces. And when you're pushing it in, you can kind of tell when it separates from the backing, because it looks like it changes color. I don't know if you're able to see that. And then when I lifted it up, not all of it was gone, or stuck, I should say. So I just went back down, and I'm pushing it a little bit more, and just like that, it's done. And now we're going to move on to that whole nail. I just want to make sure I get the right piece to match the other one. It's just personal preference. You don't have to get the exact piece. This is just what I like to do. If I'm doing a set of nails on a client, I would also try to match as well, just like I'm doing here with the press-ons. If I'm doing it on my own nails, same thing. I would like to try to match it just for cohesiveness. But again, you don't have to. It's just a personal preference. Pushing down with my nail, exactly the same as before. And I'll let you guys watch. On this one, all I have to do is line it up to exactly on that line where I painted. And this is what I did last night with the other one. So same exact thing, lining it up, pushing with my nail, making sure everything is getting stuck. And like I said, you can see it when you're doing it. It's just a little bit hard for me to show, I guess, to get up close like that without it being blurry. And then you lift it off. Ta-da! Look how beautiful that came out. And everything is cured. All I have to do right now is pull out my Nailzkatkat liner. Oh, I lied. I'm actually going in and taking some isopropyl alcohol, taking off any little dusties, any hair, any fiber, anything like that. The foils were laying on my desk, and of course, there could be little sprinkles of dust or something like that, or even the fingerprints showing up. So I'm just cleaning them off, making sure everything is copacetic, so that when I do gel base and gel top coat, none of that stuff gets trapped under there. So nice and clean. And now we're going in with our rose pink Nailzkatkat painting gel. Look how beautiful that is. So a nice light pink, and I'm going to take a 12 millimeter brush, I believe. It's just an art brush. I got a set of these on SHEIN, I think, maybe. Might have been AliExpress. I'll see if I can find it down below, and add it. If I can find the link, I will add it down below in the description. So all I'm doing is adding a final little touch where I go in and actually just outline the flowers and the leaves and get it to give it just that little pop, that final little piece that I felt was missing. Just a little bit of shine. You know, a girl's gotta love her glitter. So pink rose glitter or painting gel from Nailzkatkat. This is my first time using this brand. I do have a couple of other things from her. Stuff is amazing, guys. Highly recommend. So I'm just going in and filling in some areas wherever I think it needs a little pop. And of course, outlining the flowers on all the nails. And I'll just let you watch. And remember that I said that this line did not need to be 100% straight because we were going to be covering it up anyway. So I'm just going in and following that along, making my line. And if you want to, you can take a longer painting brush, but I'm just fine with this one. It's not like what's the word? It wasn't hard to make this line at all because the painting gel just lays beautifully, and I am using the length of the 12 millimeter gel, the length of this brush, and I felt like I got good coverage by going across with this size. You don't have to. You can use a longer one. If you feel comfortable, you can use a shorter one, whichever you want, however you want to make your lines. So again, I'm just outlining these pretty little flowers from the foil just to give it that final pop. And for the ring finger, what I am doing is a little bit of an ombre. So when I did the other nail last night, I actually contemplated just leaving this cute little glitter line on here. And then I was like, oh, nah, the other nails have a little bit too much for me to just leave that line. But I really do love the way that looked. So I'm just adding a little bit of that painting gel. And then I'm taking one of the little ombre brushes. I think these are from SHEIN as well, like a pack of 3 or something like that. They sell these on Amazon. They are very easy to use. It just helps to create a little ombre with this glitter without having to do too much. So I'm just adding a little bit of base just to get that to float a little bit more on my brush. I want to say this is just a new brush that I grabbed out of my drawer. I had one in my hand that I used last night and somehow I lost it. Whatever. So it's somewhere. I'll find it. That's why I buy these in like packs of 3 or whatever it is, so that way I can have more. Then I'm going in there and adding a second layer to create a little bit more depth at that top there, just to make it thicker and blend that line in just like the other one. And this Manny just needs some gel base and gel top coat, and we are done. I did put that to cure for 30 seconds, and I'm just cleaning off my brush. I cleaned it off with a little bit of alcohol, and then I'm going in and adding some gel base so that it doesn't dry out, putting it back on the cover. And then this other brush, again, adding a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of base, cleaning off too much excess, and then I'll put that back in my drawer. You don't want to leave those brushes out because they do get they'll get hard, because that gel will cure if the sunlight hits it. If you accidentally put it under your gel lamp, it will cure. So here I'm just cleaning off my little palette while we wait for those tips to finish drying in the lamp. And there they go. And all we have to do is add some gel base, which again, I'm using my iGel Beauty gel base. That's the one that was closest to me, and the same one that I used for the base. So we'll just use it for the top. Sorry about my camera kind of going in and out of focus. It was being annoying. I think I might have had my phone a little bit too close to my hand there. But I'm adding one nice even layer. That Nailzkatkat painting gel, it's not thick, so a layer of gel base and gel top coat is more than enough for you to not feel that texture. If you're using like a thick product, I highly recommend the West Coast Dips clear rubber base for encapsulation. I use that frequently on my press-ons, and it is amazing. Consistency is great, clear, nice, shiny. You can buff it, of course, if you need to, and it goes on great. So again, gel base, nice even layer, and then I'm gonna tip it upside down to hold it so that it builds that apex, and everything looks copacetic. Looks good from this direction. I hold it down for a few seconds, and then we are going to stick it in the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. And to finish off this mani, I am using my Koopa gel top coat. Oh, look at that beautiful set. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Look how shiny. So again, gel top coat from Koopa brand is what I'm using right now. I already encapsulated it in gel base. We want to make sure there's no fibers, no hair, no lint, no bubbles, nothing like that. Make sure it's nice and even. And then we will hold it upside down to hold onto that apex just for a few seconds. And then this mani is done. We'll cure for 60 seconds and we're finished. All I have to do is clean this up, put it on our card, take some videos, some pictures, post it in the shop. This set will be available here shortly. Thank you all so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. See you next time. Bye.